Most people fail in their interviews because they're not providing the best answers to simple questions. I'm going to give you 5 perfect answers to common interview questions that I guarantee you're going to be asked. We've also got loads of valuable tips and tricks to go through, so let's get straight into it. Tell me about yourself. I'm 99% sure that an interviewer is going to ask you this to break the ice and get your interview started. Recruiters love a clear professional story and they don't want to hear your life lessons. Avoid starting with things such as, I grew up in, or my hobbies include, as recruiters are searching for a career narrative. An easy model to remember to approach this question is the present, past, and future model. Let's go through a perfect answer and we'll see this model in action. So this example is of the perspective of a marketing professional, but you really can apply it to any industry or job. Currently, I'm working as a marketing executive where I manage digital campaigns and analyze performance data to improve engagement and conversions. Over the past 3 years, I've developed strong skills in content strategy, analytics, and cross-team collaboration. Before that, I completed my degree in business and started my career as a marketing assistant, where I gained hands-on experience supporting campaign planning and social media management. Now, I'm looking for an opportunity where I can take on more responsibility and continue developing my skills while contributing to a team that focuses on creative and data-driven marketing strategies. So we started with our present situation, we then moved on to talk about experience or education in the past, and finally, we're talking about our future aims and ambitions. Why do you want this job? Unfortunately, this is where so many people fail because they don't give it enough thought. Recruiters don't want to hear that you've applied to this job just because it's convenient, i.e. it's close to your home, or that you really need a job and thought you'd try your luck with this one. Instead, recruiters love an answer that connects 3 things: the company, the role, and your skills. Let's have a look at an example answer. For a balanced answer, use this framework. I always say this, but don't memorize this word for word as it could sound robotic. Instead, use it as a guide. I'm interested in this role because it combines the skills I've developed with the type of work I enjoy. I particularly like that this position focuses on teamwork and problem solving, which are areas where I performed well in previous roles. Then you can go on and provide a brief example if you'd like to. I'm also impressed by the company's reputation and the work you're doing in the industry. I believe this role would allow me to contribute my skills whilst continuing to grow professionally. If you can show recruiters evidence of research, you're going to be one that they remember. What are your greatest strengths? Recruiters don't want to hear that you're just a hard worker because this is easy to say and they hear it all the time. Instead, they want to hear about specific strengths that are backed up with proof. Here's another easy to remember formula to approach this question. Start with the strength you want to talk about, provide some evidence, and then talk about the result. Let's go through the example and see this model in action. One of my key strengths is problem solving. When challenges come up, I like to take a step back, analyze the situation, and look for practical solutions. For example, in my previous role, we had an issue where a project was falling behind schedule because communications between teams wasn't very clear. I suggested setting up a simple shared tracker and brief weekly check-ins so everyone could see the project progress and raise issues early. As a result, the team was able to stay better organised, resolve problems faster, and complete the project on time. Experiences like this have helped me develop strong problem-solving and teamwork skills that I believe would be valuable in this role. So again, this is a very clear structure. We started with a strength, then we progressed to an example, and then we talked about our result at the end. To stand out, you want to talk about strengths that really show an impact. Tell me about a challenge you faced. This is a tricky behavioural question, and recruiters really love a structured answer. You may have heard of this before, but use the STAR method. It's popular because it works, but if you haven't heard of this method, it stands for situation, task, action, and result. Here's an example where we use this method. So with this answer, we'll start with an intro and then we'll go into each element of STAR. One challenge I faced in my previous role was when our team had a very tight deadline to complete a project and several key tasks were falling behind schedule. We were working on an important project that had to be completed within a short time frame, but some unexpected delays meant we were at risk of missing the deadline. That's the situation. My responsibility was to help the team get the project back on track while maintaining the quality of our work. That's the task. I organised the remaining tasks, prioritised the most urgent work, and suggested short daily check-ins so everyone could quickly update the team on progress and any problems. That's the action. As a result, we improved communication, stayed focused on the most important tasks, and successfully completed the project on time. The experience helped me develop stronger organisation and problem-solving skills, especially when working under pressure. Sorry to interrupt, but if you are still here and getting value out of this video, please subscribe and leave a like. It really means a lot. Why should we hire you? This is your sales pitch moment and one of the most vital questions that you're going to be asked. Recruiters love an answer that shows value, confidence, and an alignment with the role. Most candidates fail because they only focus on their own qualities and not the needs of the company. Obviously, you want to show off with this answer, but balance your qualities with the needs of the business. Let's have a look at an example. So this is a skills-focused example. You should hire me because my skills closely match the requirements of this role. I have strong experience in project coordination, communication, and organization, which has allowed me to successfully manage multiple tasks and deadlines. I'm also very adaptable and enjoy learning new systems and processes quickly. I believe these strengths will allow me to contribute effectively to the team from the start. This was a whistle-stop tour of the most common interview questions you're going to face. If you'd like a more in-depth video explaining one of the hardest interview questions, click here and I'll see you in that video.